It's
Okay,
the fucking
we should be live now. Yeah, I know, it's the fucking chicken.
Danny DeVito. Yeah.
All right, we're live now. There we go. Okay. Making some last second adjustments. Okay. Hey, what's up, Hugo? How are you, man?
Oh,
Welcome back. All
we're
right.
live.
Yeah, we're
live. What have you been doing this whole time?
I literally just been sitting here flossing.
Oh my god.
I did not know we were live.
All right. Let's get this recording started.
How's it going, Hugo? How you doing, bud?
Oh, hey, Hugo. We'll be posting it in a little bit. This will be the first Smile album I listened to. Hella hype. Oh, hell yeah. I've never
The first one I listened to all the way through.
First one I've ever listened to as well.
we have second.
We have some subscriber goals we're gonna be posting relatively soon to the community post. If we get to a certain amount of subs, we'll have certain albums that we'll be reacting to. So get ready for those. Those will be coming out soon. All right, let's get this recording started. Welcome back, everybody. Three Idiots Talking Podcast. We are back with another album reaction. So today we have a album called Cutouts by the band The Smile. Now, I have never heard of this band until a couple weeks ago when Noah first told me it even existed. But apparently, this band, The Smile, has former lead singer of Radiohead, yes, the very popular Radiohead band, okay, that's another one. Hold on.
And
Go ahead.
the guitarist of Radiohead.
And one of the guitarists of Radiohead. So we have lead singer Thom Yorke and guitarist, what's his name?
Johnny Greenwood.
Johnny Greenwood in The Smile. I assume this is not I guess this is not really a brand new band because you said they put out a couple albums now.
Yeah.
It's their third album.
Third album. So when did, just for our viewers, answer, when did Radiohead last drop? What was their last album?
Like what, 2016?
Yeah, they dropped a Moonshaped Pool in 2016.
And this first album from The Smile came out 2 years ago. So relatively new band, but not entirely new. And what's up, Fender Bender? Welcome back, man. Yo, Fender. We do not. I think I remember you actually. So relatively new album. Just came out this past weekend. We've been meaning to do this. We got a little sidetracked, but we're here. Time to review The Smile Cutouts. Let me drag this over here and create a new little notepad. There we go. But Noah, you seem to know the most about this, and maybe Cole does too. What can you guys give us a description of this album or the band, The Smile, for those who don't know anything about them?
I think it's just the things Thom Yorke wants to do outside of the name Radiohead. Maybe get a little bit more experimental, bit more synth poppy, electronic. I just think it's another way for him to express himself without the pressure of the Radiohead name.
Okay. Cole, do you have anything to add?
I've barely listened, so not
well,
really.
I'm into The Smile as a whole.
I've barely listened to this. I don't really honestly remember what they sounded like. So
you're basically, what you're saying is he wanted to get away from Radiohead pressure and make his own sound, essentially.
That's what I'd guess.
Be able to do whatever he wants. Fair enough. So not all of us. No, you've listened to a full album by them?
Yeah.
also has a solo
Okay.
career, which is
He
weird.
does have a solo career.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, so not a whole lot's known about this album. We've seen some mixed reviews, so we're going to go into this with an open mind, and let's give it a shot. First song up, we have Foreign Spies. It does have lyrics. Nice. Very rare we get to listen to a new album with lyrics on Spotify. Wow. Here you go. It's a Johnny Greenwood song?
Oh, okay, so it's a Greenwood composition.
Okay. That is a very unique synthesizer.
They're very spacey.
Oh, very. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. That's such a nice little tone right there. Sounds, I know it doesn't sound like it, but the lyrics are so similar to one of Cole's favorite producers. Oh, you're gonna kill me that I can't remember his name. He literally made a song called "It's a Beautiful World" or "Beautiful World" or something like that.
Another Green World?
Another Green World. That's
an
it.
album.
An album. Sorry.
Brian Eno.
Brian Eno. Have you heard Rage Against the Machine? Pretty sure everyone here's heard Rage Against the Machine.
Have you heard Rage Against the Machine, Ryan?
I've heard
'Cause I think the
songs.
answer to that
I've
is
heard
no.
songs. Horror vacui. K16 granular stretch Johnny Greenwood is where the song derives from. Well, there you go. All right, so that was Foreign Spies by Mr. Thom Yorke and former Radiohead members, but by The Smile. Strange to have this as an opener. Yeah, that was a weird opener. It was a very interesting little introspective song. I got a lot of, Noah said it, very spacey type vibe, something you would listen to. You know what immediately came into my head, Cole? 2001: A Space Odyssey. Immediately popped in my head listening to that.
I get that.
Alone with that one.
Really?
I kind of get that.
Really?
I guess.
All right. Well, for those who've seen that movie, I think they would agree. And Noah, vibe setter, agreed. All right, let's get into this.
That will be a tone setter.
Sure. Let's get into this. Noah, first thoughts.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very pretty. Thom Yorke, I think he still sounds good as he ages.
Sounds different a little bit. Sounds a little higher pitched, actually.
It sounds a little bit more frail. His voice sounded strong, but that's never been why I enjoy him as a singer. So I think it's still good. I enjoyed it. It's slow, but I think that's just going to be a tone setter. I feel like a lot of this album will probably lean more towards the spacey, slow, kind of floating around.
Right.
In total, I enjoyed it. It's a good song. I'd give it an 8.
8? Okay. 8. Cole.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I was a little surprised by the opening start of this, where he just came out sort of belting, not belting like loudly, but like belting it in like a high pitched manner. The opening vocals of this, but I really enjoyed the tone of this for the most part. Very ethereal tone. I think
aesthetic.
Aesthetic is just like a type of feeling. I think this was a very ethereal tone. It had a very spacey vibe. It was like, it put me in outer space. Like it literally was
trying to say the word aesthetic, and then you're like,
no.
I can't pronounce
ethereal.
that.
Ethereal. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I liked the atmosphere it created. I agree, Hugo. But I immediately thought of 2001: Space Odyssey, and I don't know. Maybe I'm alone there, but Noah, you seem to agree with me there. It just felt very like slow motion space drifting type of thing, and I like that. I'll give that I'll give it a 7. Cole. Oh, you have a very big smile. Something you're disagreeing with somebody here.
This honestly just sounded like a B-side to a Moon-Shaped Pool, just like a leftover. Honestly, with just like louder synthesizers.
Wow. Good thing that's a great album.
Yeah, that is a really good album, but I don't know. This was kind of bland. I did not really care that much for it. Like, he is way more ethereal, way more dreamy kind of stuff like this. I think is a lot better than this. I did not really like whatever kind of vocal modulation he did, or the vocal effects that were on his voice. Did not really like it.
I actually like that part.
And the lyrics are not particularly great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling like a 5.
Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty brutal. Okay. Not a Moon-Shaped Pool fan. Very interesting.
I do like a Moon-Shaped Pool. This just sounds like a B-side.
All right. The song has been a grower for you. Well, maybe it'll grow on Cole. Very atmospheric, but didn't do too much for me. Well, Hugo, I think I sort of agree with you on that. I think it did a little bit more, though. All right, next up we have Instant Psalm. Oh, no lyrics. All right, then. Well, this is an entirely different vibe right here. Okay. Walla Ice, I could not agree with you more. I wish more of our viewers had that same policy. Might not get as much hate as we do. Okay, so there are lyrics, but Spotify just doesn't have them. Ooh. We have a problem.
What?
I know you're gonna kill me, but it's my honest opinion. We're verging on Nick Drake territory here, and I am
No,
not
we're
a fan.
not.
I am. His voice is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Not at all.
Oh, dude. That Nick Drake album, that one really popular one that you guys wanted me, or not really popular, but like
Pink
his
Moon
best.
is the most like dumbed down album. It does not have this big orchestration to it.
Okay, but you gotta admit the vocals and the guitar going. Well, the
I will
vocals
not.
are the same
I
type
will
of
not
thing.
agree.
I don't even think there's a guitar playing, except for one that's just kind of getting like scratched.
It's doing. It's like it's scratching the guitar up. This is definitely guitar.
I'm not hearing the Nick Drake at all.
Well, not now. Now it's
I
fine.
haven't heard it at any point.
I see albums like a book. Some chapters suck, but they lead into the next chapter perfectly. A lot of albums are meant to be read or listened to like that. Yeah, I like this melody right here. There is definitely a guitar there. How can you not hear that?
I
Right,
hear
yeah.
the guitar scratch.
It's plucking almost constantly.
There is a guitar.
I hear it. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing, but
It's moving your hand from one position on the neck to
Yep.
another, and you're hearing the string, the slide. Okay, so I still hear parts of it playing though. Ooh,
this is not super well mixed.
no.
Some things are much louder than they should be.
You know what? No, you're right. Take it back. This does not sound like Nick Drake.
Thank you for
It did before,
stating the obvious.
but now it doesn't. I don't know what the hell this sounds like. I can tell you
I
one thing
do.
it definitely doesn't sound like, though. This does not sound like anything Radiohead made whatsoever. Nothing that I like by Radiohead.
I don't know. These first two have kind of just been like B-sides from different albums.
So,
what were you thinking for
get,
this one? King of Limbs?
get a little.
Maybe King of Limbs or Hail to the Thief.
It sounds like the Smile, lol. I haven't listened to the Smile, so this is all new to me. Getting a first hand of it. Okay. Let's start with Cole.
I'm really trying to hear like something that's unique and creative about this, but I'm really not. This is kind of bland to me, to be honest. I'm not really liking the
Wow.
production. It's kind of lifeless.
Well, there's not a lot of production to begin with.
I don't know what that sentence meant, but okay.
They're not changing much throughout the song. It basically sounds the same throughout the whole thing. At the same level. Doesn't
I mean, that'd
rise
be
or
more of a
fall.
writing thing than a production thing. But yeah, I mean, I'm very unimpressed so far with their writing because, like, they're obviously going for a certain type of mood, but I don't really think that they're executing it that well because they're not putting me in that mood at all, really. So, and the lyrics, I mean, I can't really tell what he's saying. It's very hard to understand Thom Yorke.
That has never changed throughout all his years.
Yeah, I mean, I've never cared about that. I just care about what you sound like. Another 5. I'm kind of
Ooh.
struggling to really care about what's happening here.
Back to
honestly.
back 5s. All right, Noah.
Okay. I certainly enjoyed some parts of the song, but nothing necessarily grabbed me and made me want to ever go back and re-listen to it. That's something I'm noticing. Not a lot of
Okay.
replay value for me. And he sounded good. The melody is fine, just not enough to really make me want to go back. It was a perfectly alright song. I'd give it a 6.5.
6.5. So I'm gonna disagree. I think this song was kind of flat. I'm way more towards Cole here, even probably a little bit harsher. There was no uniqueness to me. I think song has been done 100 different times by 100 different acoustic guitarists. I don't enjoy the vibe that this song was going for at all. It was at the start, it sounded very Nick Drake-esque, but it didn't get moody enough, and I took it back. It was not nearly as moody. Cole's right. Something about the production is off on this one. I don't know what it is particular, but there's something definitely off. And he sounds very almost too relaxed, like he's like singing while he's on acid or something. Like he's just like floating in the wind, and it doesn't seem to have a direction. It's just the vibe was not there. I don't understand the direction this one was going in. I'm going to be a bit harsher and say it's a 4 because it honestly bored me a bit. It didn't entertain me whatsoever. So interesting start to this album. I wonder how much of this will continue. On to Zero Sum. 5.5, 6. The mixing is off and it feels kind of meh overall. Nice instrumental layering.
Getting a little bit of a boost in tempo.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. He sounds so different.
Kinda got a groove to it though.
Kinda?
That's not a good guitar tone.
That bass sounds so flat. Sounds so muffled.
I'm enjoying this. This is cool.
Okay. It's a little better. I don't like that he's like hardly singing though. Sounds like he's nothing worth like this. Sounds like he's cutting off his words or something. That's almost an annoying guitar tone now. Now it's going a little.
Yeah, I like that tone.
It's so repetitive. It's like. Are those horns?
Oh, he's very muted.
Everything on all these instruments are kind of muffled and muted.
What I meant is I don't think they're using a specific thing that you put. I don't remember what that thing is called. That you like. People would put in like a baritone or a trumpet or something to change the sound of it.
Right. That's saxophone. Wow. That probably is a saxophone. Almost for sure. Oops. All right. So that was Zero Sum.
I guess I'll just go first.
You want to go first? Go for it.
I'll be the nice person.
Okay.
I like the guitar work on. I like the tone. It's very out of the box, and I appreciated that. It was very cool. It had a groove to it. I felt like it had a nice little groove to it that I enjoyed. Lyrically, it was kind of funny. Don't really know what he was getting at, but it was neat.
Okay.
Structure of the song felt a little
Sort of ended
all
on
over the
a
place at times,
weird spot too.
but I liked that it was a little chaotic. In total, I'd give this song a 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Okay,
Cole
cool.
gave us. Cole might just disagree a little bit, just a tad. Yeah, this was weird. It had a lot of it was very weird Thom Yorke singing voice to it. I guess it was a unique song. It's not really a song you hear very often. It had a lot of it tried to have a lot of repetitive tones that were very groovy, but it never got groovy to that point, like you pointed out. No, I don't think it ever got me going, like swinging back and forth. It never really got me to that fun part. I was never really enjoying it. I was like, okay, when are we gonna get to that groovy part? And it never did. It ended weird. Ended kind of on this like, it's just like it was going and it cut off. Like there was no down slope or up slope. It was just like done. Didn't like that part at all. Also, everything sounded so muffled. I don't know why. I don't know what the cause of that was. It just sounded like it was like even the saxophone was like her, and I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? It doesn't make any sense. I didn't really get to understand the lyrics. It's hard to understand Thom Yorke, of course, but not much really here to give me. I'll give it a 5.5. There's not a whole lot for me to love that much on this. Cole.
That is just so forgettable. That was so bland. I don't even know what part of that I was supposed to care about. I didn't really love any of the tones going on. Simply not the guitar. That was just so much of like nothing happening, really. Yeah, I was unimpressed. God, I probably like the first song the most so far.
I
I
agree.
give that one a 5. So I guess I'll give this one like a 4.5.
4.5. Absolutely brutal.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Not off to a great start for Cole. On to the next one. We have Colors Fly. You watched him play it live, Wall of Ice?
Bored right now.
Maybe they'll bring it back. I just spelled colors the European way. That is
What
a
is
very
with the
muffled
drum?
bass.
I don't understand what is. Something about that drum just sounds off. It sounds so claustrophobic.
Little jazzy guitar tone here. Kinda.
That is just not that great of a drum groove.
That could be the best guitar groove so far, or tone so far. The correct way to spell it. I see you, Hugo. Don't like that. Almost like a farting bass right there. It's just like listening to someone who drinks White Claw regularly and is trying IPA beer for the first time.
I really don't know what that's supposed to mean, but alright, man.
That's pretty funny.
Hey guys, do y'all plan on having something happen at some point?
Are you letting your colors fly, Cole?
This is like some neo psychedelia going on here.
Neo psychedelia.
Yeah, because it's, well, new.
This isn't even particularly psychedelic.
I think it's a little bit.
Has Thom lost the sauce?
We don't know, Alex.
But he has yet to write a compelling melody.
I don't quite know, bro. I'm liking the instrumental far more than I'm liking him on this song. This better have some cool ending here. Don't build us up for nothing. That's it? We're just gonna cut the drums out entirely?
See, that isn't that a little psychedelic?
Or...
I don't know why it's so quiet. Whatever instrument is doing that little freak out.
Wow.
If you want to seem like a smart music person, hold one of your hands up and start going.
Why?
Look at you, you're counting the time signature. You are so smart.
Look at me go.
Look at my little boy go.
Okay, I like the drums, but why the hell is it so faded? Okay. Huh. Well, that was Colors Fly. Cole, you look so uninterested right now. Let's start with
That
you.
is because
Let's start
am.
with you.
Nothing has happened on this album that has compelled me in the slightest so far. It has been a bunch of like mediocre drum grooves with some just like bland, repetitive instrumentals and then some really forgettable melodies. And this song was no different, except they added some super quiet instrument that was doing like some sort of string instrument. I don't know exactly what it was, but just doing like some avant-garde solo, but it was too quiet to even enjoy it. I don't. I'm waiting for like something to pull me in and like put me in the right mood for whatever this is, but everything just sounds like Radiohead B-sides. I don't know what I'm supposed to be impressed by. I'm feeling like another 5.
Wow. Wow. Cole is yet to get above by 5.5. I don't think.
I didn't give a 5.5.
Oh, you haven't even given up. He's yet to get above 5. So I'll agree with Hugo here. This is actually probably my second favorite. Not my favorite, but this is probably my second favorite so far. I did get a little bit of I enjoyed the vibe a bit more. There were definitely parts of this that I enjoyed. It was a very unique song, actually. It just didn't do a whole lot with its uniqueness. It didn't continue it. It didn't build upon it. It just sort of flatlined with it and died off at the end. There was no, like Cole said, there was no continuation. There was no build up to something. There was no anticipation part of it that you're like, okay, where are we going to go with this? None of that ever happened. And I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't hit like
Was that
the one.
unique?
Huh?
That was unique.
I thought it was.
Certainly
pretty
wasn't
unique song.
unique to Thom or Johnny.
I mean, yeah, that was probably the most Radiohead sounding song they done so far. But I don't. I think it was
They
pretty.
all sounded like Radiohead.
I disagree.
Except just like worse versions of Radiohead.
I think there were good parts of the song I wish they had done a whole lot more with, because there was things to work on with this song that they could have done, and they did just decide not to go with it. But I'll give it a 6.5. Noah.
I enjoyed it.
You've also been enjoying this so far, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because I really like Johnny Greenwood. Whether I'm listening to him or learning a part, he is a very weird guitar player. He writes these really weird things that are just very unorthodox for music.
Is that the guitar player in this currently?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and Radiohead.
Gotcha.
So I enjoyed what he was doing on this song. I thought Thom was fine. I enjoyed the spaciness.
Okay.
Almost psychedelic. I do wish there's a little bit more going on. A little better mixed.
That last part you said, the spaciness of psychedelic park, that's what I liked about this and the first one, but not the rest of it.
Have they not done that like 10 times better than this? So like
Yeah.
Grand Canyon
Yes.
level of better than this?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes, but that's
those
I'm not
songs get
giving
higher
I'm not
ratings.
giving this a 10.
Wild.
I'm giving it a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
it's like
ahead,
I'm
though.
giving it a 9.
Yeah.
I'd give this song a 7.
I'm
7.
so unimpressed right now.
We'll see if they can bring it back for Cola
I'm
Babe.
bored.
All right, next up we have Eyes and Mouth. Okay. Now we got some energy.
All right, Thom, this has never been what you're good at. Please don't try this. This has never been what you're good at.
Bringing
He
the
goes right
energy.
in with the weird guitar licks.
Weird guitar
With
licks.
a really,
Half
really
in your left ear,
forgettable
half
riff.
in the right, which is very weird. There are bands with 6 people that can't do nearly as much. There are only 3
yeah,
of them in the
sure.
band. Sure,
Okay.
but Radiohead
It's not a
did a lot
compliment.
of this better than they did so far. We'll see if they continue to get better. We're in 2024. I'm sorry, but there is no reason why I should have half of the instrumental in my left ear only.
I think this is pretty
They're
cool.
choosing to do it on purpose.
I know they're choosing to do it on purpose. I'm just saying there's no reason to do it on purpose.
Oh, some people like it. Some people prefer stereo.
That's crazy. This the best mix one so far?
I'd agree.
Cole's like,
I know Cole's like not
Cole's
very
best
impressive.
mix out of what? Average?
Great. Can something happen? Can he write a better guitar riff, please? Because this just sounds like every indie rock band in like the
Hi, Geronimo.
mid-2000s.
A little bit of a tiny groove here, but it's not super compelling. Cole is so flatlined right now. Look at that dead stare.
The
Look
most
at
boring
that.
shit. These tones are so fucking bland.
Wasn't expecting me to be the defender here.
You're turning into it right now. Some people do listen to vinyl all night. They stream on streaming service and can almost feel as if they're playing behind you live.
Yeah.
Oh. So you're
I
trying to say
don't
they built this song for
want it. I
people
don't-
trying to listen to this like it's playing on with you live. Okay. Cole is in his hater element right now.
I don't hate this. I'm just kind of bored, man. Considering I know what they're capable of.
It's definitely on
surprised
the
this is what
weaker
they
side
came
of
out with.
Radiohead's capacity. There's no doubt. And I know it's not Radiohead, it's a different band, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure that like Thom and Johnny are like the 2 main songwriters of Radiohead. I mean, Johnny Greenwood like writes film scores and stuff.
I have no issue with this guitar tone. I have an issue with it being right here. Even if it's meant to be that way, I don't like it. Just don't.
No, I feel like going into
Big
this album
mono
with
guy.
the Radiohead
Big mono
aspect
guy.
in your head is a bad idea for this album.
Okay, but when
it's
2 of
not-
the 3
but-
band members were former Radiohead, it's hard not to. You know?
But it's meant to be a side thing for a reason. It's meant to be,
Okay, but
all
it's
different.
still.
I went into this like totally neutral, but like this song's, it's been like the first few songs just totally sounded like Radiohead B-sides from different albums, so I
That
didn't
would
know
sound
what
like
other...
its own thing. I think so.
What was that song called? Eyes and Mouth, that's right. But not necessarily Wall of Ice. Oh god, I want to start typing your name. Eyes and Mouth. Not necessarily. I just think that there's not a whole lot for us to talk about during the songs at the current moment. Maybe that'll change. All right, that was Eyes and Mouth. Let's see what we got. I'll start with this one. I like the groove on this one a bit more than most of the songs, although I do think it's still lacking compelling argument, or lacking just anything compelling really to keep it going. I think Thom Yorke's vocals on this album have been pretty weak so far. I'm not gonna lie, they have not been up to his potential, up to his, what I would consider his, this is how it's good as he can be. He's more like here. He's not the
He's
worst.
not being emotive.
No, he's not.
singing with,
He's
like,
being
no
very
emotion.
bland, very monotone.
Being
and,
very brief for some reason.
yes, and he keeps cutting his words off, which is odd. And like, he can be up here. He's like here. He's definitely not, at the bottom. It's not the worst I've ever heard him. The tone, I mean, the tone didn't bother me as much on this one. I would say that it doesn't have the same juice or energy as some of the other songs on this one does. It's just kind of a repetitive over and over and over again with no real changes throughout the song. And that's kind of boring. I mean, Cole's right. It's a little boring to have the same repetitive thing with and it's not even that interesting of a repetitive tone or groove. So I'll give it a higher than 5. I'll give it a 6 for a little bit of interest, but not a whole lot there. All right, Noah.
I was enjoying this one. I thought the guitar work was really cool. And I enjoyed that it stayed, prominent through the entire song. Drums sounded better. Thom Yorke, again, he sounds fine. He's probably cutting off words shorter because he's getting older, getting, less lung capacity. Can't, spit off these long lines like he used to.
But even still, you can at least fully punctuate.
I don't know, maybe he's a little tougher now because he's been screaming for 30 years.
He hasn't screamed in 20 of those years.
Yeah, but you know what I'm getting at.
All right, what's your ranking?
In total, I'm giving it a 7.5.
7.5. Cole is
I have yet to come up with a reason to give this anything higher than a 5. So I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
Everything I've said about every song on this album plus this one too. I'm just like,
if
can
you
y'all
don't like
do
it.
something creative or like interesting at all, or like at least write a better melody? I'm nothing here.
Hopefully, I didn't realize that one had lyrics, or this one has lyrics, so maybe we'll have some interesting lyrics in this next one. I mean, yeah, this is Rainbow Side 2 quality so far. Thom and Johnny can obviously make better stuff. It is kind of unique, though. Well, Hugo, I consider that the weakest of the 3 big ones, so I don't know.
So
I'm such
sad.
This album is 10 out of 10. Furo Leon with a massive hot take right there.
I don't know. I think right now I'd say their last one was better.
This is Don't Get Me Started. Okay, this is a little
This
different.
album is a 10. How much like how good are fucking Radiohead albums to you, man?
Have you ever heard Radiohead albums?
Are they like the greatest fucking things ever written?
Maybe he's just Thom Yorke's biggest fan ever.
Apparently.
I like this. This tone is nice. I like this. Weakest of the 3 big Radiohead albums. And Rainbows. OK Computer, Kid A.
Are you asking what's
Wow.
the weakest of the 3 what?
He asked what the weakest of the 3, and I said Radiohead albums.
Yeah, because Ryan said he in Rainbows was, in his opinion, the weakest of the 3. So he was wondering what he meant by that.
Mm-hmm.
Weakest of the 3 what's.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I could have.
It was the weakest of the big 3.
Shut up.
Yeah, OK Computer is the weakest of the 3.
Easily.
This reverb thing he's got going on his vocals, I don't know how to feel about this yet, because it's creating an atmosphere that's not playing alongside the instrumental.
If anyone knows how to use reverb on their vocals correctly, historically speaking, it's been Thom Yorke.
No, I haven't listened to 3 Smile albums. I was talking about the In Rainbows was the weakest of the top big 3 Radiohead. Not In
I
Rainbows.
wouldn't
Side
know
2
if
is
this is
the
the weakest of the
B-sides
3.
record.
This is the weakest so far of the 2 Smile albums I've heard. This being the one the second one being this one that I'm currently listening to.
Oh.
This is the best thing they've written. Dude.
Okay.
And it's not close.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Like this. Ooh, a little inflection there on that one. I think that's the right term, right?
Inflection.
Inflection, son of a bitch!
An infliction would be a problem.
An inflection. I knew what I was saying, I just said it wrong.
Completely different word. Completely different meaning.
Ooh.
Don't get him started.
There he is. I don't know what took you so long to write something interesting.
This is... I'm a fan so far. That's a sick bass riff.
The synth bass, but yeah.
Either way. First time listening, thought it was an 8, but after 8 listens, I'm convinced it's at least a 9.5. Wow! My man has been grinding.
Goodness. If y'all think this is a 9.5 or a 10, like, how much do y'all must be like every fucking Radiohead album is a 10 to y'all.
Just found out this live. Is this a hidden gem? Well, we're sort of figuring that out, Mr. Marome. We are in the process. But so far, not yet. This song, however, different.
It's been cool. Cool song.
What do y'all rate the Radiohead albums? I'm curious.
Yeah, go for it.
Drop some ratings for Radiohead albums in here.
This is cool. This
See,
bridge is
that's
cool.
Using reverb very well.
Oh, now we got a little progressive, sort of progressive psychedelic type of noises, I guess. I don't know what to call that.
Electronic
Electronic
noise.
psychedelic noise. 9.5 is Kid A's, an 11 out of 10. We found the big Radiohead fan right here.
Apparently. I mean, I love Kid A too, man. 11 out of 10 is a lot.
Mr. Rome, I agree.
don't-
This song is really awesome with the headphones on.
I don't really rate albums as 11 out of 10.
All right, this song's going to the like playlist, absolutely. In Rainbow's 9.5. OK Computer 9.9. Kid A 10.
9.9.
9.9.
Okay,
Hugo with the
yeah.
dissection. No, man, not headphones. It's the subwoofer track. Oh. Hi, Hoagie Impact. OK Computer's a 10 too. My man.
No, it's not.
My man.
9.5.
All right. That was... Don't get me started. Let me start. And I'll let Cole go next because I think we're going to have a similar opinion. This is by far the best track so far. And it's not even close. This was so much better than everything else I've heard so far. Interesting hit. Unique hit. Really cool bass synthesizer. Love the way they used it. Vocal inflections. Is that the word? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. The vocal wavy thing that he did. awesome. Loved how I used it. Didn't know what to think of it at the start. Really loved how I used it. Little bit of psychedelic EDM, or not EDM, electronic noises going in the bridge. Thought that was a cool, unique thing. Very odd, but very Radiohead-esque sound, which is what this is when he's at his best, when they're at their best, when they make these little odd sounding, but they make it really groovy and a little funky, and it's fun to listen to. That's getting a 9.5 for me. Loved it. Cole.
Well, let's not get a 9.5, but that is definitely the best song so far. It's honestly the only song that I've even been compelled by at all, really. Yeah, it was specifically the second half of the song. The first half of the song I didn't really care that much about, but the second half was pretty damn good. I would throw it a 7.5.
7, and that's it? I thought you'd go
Fair enough.
higher. Hold on 1 second for no, just real quick, because I saw a crazy comment. In Rainbows is the best Radiohead album, so a 100
Well, it
out
is.
of 10.
Well, yeah,
bro.
it is the best Radiohead album. I don't know about 100.
It's the second best Radiohead
No,
album.
it's the best.
All right.
It's the
We can have this
second
discussion later.
best.
Noah, go ahead.
They are not all a 10 from the Benz onwards. That is crazy.
Noah, go ahead.
It was a good song. It was very enjoyable. I enjoyed how, for a lot of the song, it was very restrained. On the big moments, it had those big bass synth hits, and Thom would go into his little falsetto with the reverb, and it sounded very good. Yeah, this is a fun little track. I would give the song an 8 out of 10.
Okay. A lot of interesting comments we have is because literally the only one stupid issue I have with that album, otherwise it'd be a 10. Aren't they all 10 from the Benz onwards? Thom Yorke makes his music and art. Wasn't a big fan of the first half. 8. Okay. All right. Interesting thoughts here. It's an assortment of Radiohead opinions coming in. All right, next up we have Tiptoe. Hopefully we get more of that. That was good. Next song, Tiptoe, is a really chilling song, an 8 for me. Okay. It almost sounds like in the a lobby of a hotel, like a piano.
It's definitely a very raw live recording.
Ooh.
That's probably the best the strings have sounded this whole album.
Oh, that
Right
hit
there.
right there. Oh yeah.
Just baggage with no label. You may find us in the rubble.
I want to hear the lyrics. I want to see the lyrics for this song. I'm gonna pull them up. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, it's hardly any.
Not really feeling his vocal tone on this one.
Kind of matches the piano though.
I mean, yeah, he's singing the same melody as the piano.
Well, when it goes,
Tone is
he goes. Ba, 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 ba.
Yeah, that's the melody.
Yes, that would be what I meant when I said he is matching the melody of the piano. He's
I know.
singing
I
the
think
same
he's
notes.
doing it well though.
I don't like the tone of his voice. Though.
Unison voice and piano, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying, Fury Leon. He's trying to make it sound like a Tiptoe, matching the melody. Am I looking in that too deep?
No, it's just like, duh.
I kind of like that. That's pretty unique. is a unique song right here.
This is very pretty.
It is. Playful yet dark. Yeah, I get that vibe. I get that. You also made another good point. I want to point that out in here in a second. Let me just say, I think you made a good point. The strings on that were really nice contrast to the piano. I think that was a good point to note out. All right, that was Tiptoe. Noah starts out.
That was good. It was a relatively simple song,
Yeah.
but not everything needs to be very complicated to be good. And I feel like it thrived in its simplicity. It's very good. It kept the same orchestral progression throughout the entire song, with slight differences in what the piano played. For the verse, it was doing the same thing to mimic what Thom Yorke was doing. And then in the second half, it got to that very spacey part where the piano would start doing its own thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was very, very pretty. I'd give this song 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right, I'll go. I actually really like the idea of this song, the mimicking tiptoeing with his voice and the piano. I think that's really cool. I wasn't understanding it at first, but now I do. Great idea. Love the execution of it. Do think he sounds a little odd. Cold pointed, not odd. Sounds a little not out of tone, but just off, just slightly off, and probably could have been done a little better. His vocals on this song, very unique song though. I like this idea that he came up with, or they came up with for this song, the writers, and it's not something that I can say is very often heard. So I like the idea. I like the execution of it. So yeah, I'm a fan of that. I'm gonna give this. I'll give this a 7. Cole. I feel like sorry, go ahead.
I do definitely think that this also sounded like a Moon-Shaped Pool B-side, but a better version of a Moon-Shaped Pool B-side from the last one that we heard. I didn't really love his vocal tone. Just sometimes Thom Yorke sings in ways that I don't really like. But I mean, yeah, it was decently pretty, but I just feel like I've heard much better versions of a song like this on the Moon-Shaped Pool. I would throw this a 6.
Oof. 6, 7, 8 though. A lot of contrast. The progression of melody is not like a minor one. Please let me be the fourth member of 3 Idiots Talking. Thank you, Ben. We're currently full, Ben. But we're accepting applications. So
don't worry, Ben. You're all our little idiots. I guess that could be our fans' name.
Our little idiots.
They can just be idiots like
the
us.
Little idiots. Hold on, I want to see. Hugo said the transition from airbag to paranoid Android feels kind of awkward. That's about all the complaints I have. There you go.
There's another one for me.
About OK Computer, I got a lot of. I have.
Oh, we get it. Fitter Happier is something.
This is the first one that sounds like a Moon-Shaped Pool to me. Interesting. All right. Next up, we have The Slip. Okay. What the fuck is this?
Okay, we got the drum machine.
That bass is kind of cool though. Proud to be an idiot today.
Maybe
God bless America.
Yeah, I'm noticing that more when it's more up front in the mix.
I like his vocals on this immediately. Just right away. Like that vocal tone. You have lyrics on this one? You do not. You know what? I'm gonna pull up the lyrics for you, chat. Slip. Oh,
That's
hold
good.
that owl. Okay.
That's that Thom Yorke I like.
Getting a little sing-songy with it. That's a direct term, Cole. That's a musical term right there. Sing-songy.
Yeah, it doesn't apply here at all, but yeah, that is a music.
Get a little melodic with it. Oh,
It's not with.
this one kind of sexy.
Okay, this is a mess.
What is going on? We just changed
This
everything.
is pretty cool.
Oh, holding it again.
We've got 2 more minutes of this song. I don't know where this is gonna go.
We have another refrain coming up. Apparently. Chili pepper influence? I would not know. You two?
No clue.
Where are you getting that from?
That was Alex.
Yeah, I can read. Thanks.
Oh, I didn't know if you were watching
talking
the
to
chat.
him.
Oh, I didn't know if you were watching the chat or not. Cold de Brucelis says this album is a solid 8.
Okay. Sure.
This is like 2 entirely separate songs in one.
Love the little Greenwood-isms.
Oh, yes, that was good. I love that they left the bass solo there. The drums are really good on this one. I'm inclined to agree more than disagree. Okay, the slip. Read some of this real quick. This album reminds me of one of those mini EPs they used to release along with their singles, only more fleshed out. I would not know, but these two might. There you go. All right, the slip. Let's start with, let's start with Cole. We haven't started with you in a while.
This is a bit of a mess structurally, and unfortunately, we've somewhat fallen back into the writing weird guitar riffs and weird drum patterns that I just do not care for much at all, really. The tones are back to being pretty generic and bland for me, and just not really pulling me into anything at all. I give this like a 5.5.
Oof. Not 2.5. I don't know if I agree about the tones. I thought the tones were actually pretty good on the guitars this song. Didn't love his vocals. I like the start of the first half of the song was actually pretty cool. It was the second half where they completely changed it up and decided to go a whole different direction that it kind of stopped being cool for me. I don't know if Noah will agree with that, but I didn't like the second half direction here. I did enjoy the drums, although I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as Mr. Marone might have, but cool drums overall. I would say on the lower end, but not the worst. I'll give it a 6.5. Noah.
Yeah, I thought it was cool start to finish. I think he sounded probably the best so far in this song. Because when he sings in that lower register, his voice is a lot more full.
Right.
A lot of times he sounds a little frail when he sings higher up. It had a good drum groove to it. I liked the guitar tone for what it was playing. Very unique playing, as Mr. Greenwood always does. It did enough to keep me entertained for the length of the track.
Sure.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
It's getting a whole lot of 8s.
Yeah. Hugh made a good point that he wishes the song they made from the more interesting from the beginning does not feel like the build-up is that great, and I entirely agree. I think the second half of that song was a bit of a letdown compared to what I thought we were going to get. I wish I had friends that like this type of music. They just like Taylor Swift and Cardi stuff. Well, that is why we're the Three Idiots Talking, because everyone hates us, it seems like, and we get to hate on their music while we listen to it. All right, up next we have No Words.
Also, we don't try to hate on stuff.
That's true. It's our honest opinion.
We don't try.
It's literally just our honest opinion. Most of it on first listen, too. Oh, forgot you guys probably want to see the lyrics. There we go. No Words. 7 from Hugo. Cardi slander. I'm sorry, Alex. It's not for everyone. He might have been meaning Cardi B. Awesome.
But Cardi is with a D.
Yeah, he did spell it with a T, so I doubt it. Little groove here.
Reminded me a whole lot of the Body Snatchers groove.
9.5 for me, not glazing. Bro, you've been glazing this whole album, let's be real. Calm down.
Are you sure about that?
Cardi is alright. We'll be doing Cardi's album when it comes out. Cole just let out a heavy sigh.
I don't agree with that. Cardi's not low effort music. The rapping can be low effort, but I think a lot of work goes into the production and the beats.
The rapping
Very,
is
very
low
cool.
effort. There's a song this sounds exactly alike, and I can't remember the name of it. In fact, that hook was almost identical. I can't remember it.
This song is reminding me a lot of Body Snatchers. But like less heavy.
Yeah. What the hell? It's on OK Computer. What the hell is a song called that sounds exactly like this? No Surprises.
What?
Wait. No, it's not.
This sounds like No Surprises.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Increase the BPM by 3 times, and we got it.
No, okay, it's not on OK Computer. What the hell is it on?
It's probably in Rainbows.
Maybe.
It's
Weird
probably like,
Fishes. It sounds like Weird
Fishes?
Fishes.
It sounds way more like
The
Body
way he
Snatchers.
sings the hook sounds exactly like the Weird Fishes hook. How he says, good intentions, weird fishes. Identical.
Well, like the instrumental around it.
Yeah, I know, the instrumental. I said the hook. Well, these lyrics really just... I don't know what the hell he's talking about, man. I read the whole thing and I have no clue what he's talking about. Alright. That was good intentions. Was that good intentions? No words. That was words. Sorry, the hook was different. Alright, no words. No, we'll start with you.
I enjoyed the guitar work. Reminded me a lot of Body Snatchers. This way less heavy. Vocally sounds good. Had a good groove to it. I think it was mixed better than a lot of the stuff on the album. Kept me interested for the length of the song. You won't believe what score I'm gonna give here.
Oh no. Another 8?
Yeah. It's another 8. I just think everything on this is like, it's good. It's good.
Well, I mentioned it already, but the hook sound to me at least identical to Weird Fish's hook. Obviously the instrumental is different, no doubt. I will say, I thought the energy on this one was a bit better than the previous couple songs we had, but it's still not where it has peaked, which was clearly Don't Get Me Started. It's still not as interesting as that, and it's sort of back down to where it was at the beginning of his album, where it's like, it's okay, but it's not good enough. It could be better. They've done this better, like Cole's mentioned 100 times. Little bit of a unique song here, though. Sort of different in a lot of aspects to what I've come to expect from Radiohead. Hard to rank this one. I will give it a little harsh. I'm going to give it a 6.5. Cole.
I mean, yeah, the second half of this, they are, at least when they're going to Radiohead blueprints, they're at least doing it better than on the first half of this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still can't shake the fact that there's just so much, or at least an attempt at a Radiohead vibe to so many of these songs. I'll throw this one a 6.
Okay. That's wait, is that... Oh, no, it's your second 6. Okay. No, you had a 7.5. Never mind. Yeah, higher one. That's right. All right, we're on the final song. We are. All right. We have made it to the end of the album. Final song, Bodies Laughing. Cold this thirsty for something to happen.
Do you enjoy music where nothing happens? I don't.
Mr. Marome really likes the mixing.
Insert music for airports.
That album is very pretty.
So much is happening.
You have a super pretty
You'll
piano melody.
it.
Super pretty piano melody.
You listen to a fucking repeating loop fucking field recording.
It doesn't have to
hour.
be a lot of things happening. It just has to be one thing that's good happening.
And I'm just fucking with you a little
So, immediate problem with this song that I always have with songs that do this. The sliding guitar sound. I can't get over it. It does not
Never
sound
had
good
an
to me.
issue.
I don't like it. Although, this one has a bit more to it. That's a funny lyric.
How can not tell me this does not sound like some shit from a Moon-Shaped Pool, just nowhere near as good.
Forgot to mention whoever said all their albums after the Bends were 10s, just no Lamel. Yeah, that guy's smoking the Radiohead crack.
The Bends ain't even good, champ.
Yummy.
The Benz is solid. It's like a 7.5 to an 8 for me.
I know acoustic guitar is going to make that sound, but sometimes it gets accented. It gets increased more than it needs to be. Accented? I don't know.
You gotta stick to your smaller vocabulary.
Sorry, it gets bigger than it needs to be. Made out
More
bigger
prominent.
more prominent than it needs to be. Although this
Those
song's kind of
drums
brought it back a
sound
bit.
like ass.
They just sound like maracas almost.
They sound
fine to
so
me.
Weak and just boring.
You're a big drum buff.
He does like a guitar drums.
yelling into the
Ooh.
drums that sound bad.
Ooh, that synth is
Sound flat
nice.
as hell.
That synth is nice, but also sounds like a fly at the same time. It's very weird. This is almost like a Cuban song, kinda.
No.
Oh, Cuban influence there. No? Oh, Latin influence. Something. Had it on the guitar. The bends is a solid 8, no skips.
I don't know about no skips, but
damn.
it certainly has some little boppers on it.
There's like one
No
decent
skips.
song on the Bends.
There are some good songs on that one.
The Bends is just alt rock for 15-year-olds.
Street Spirit.
Hey,
great
you may
song.
be 15.
Well, I mean,
Slow
talking about
convulsions and everyone's laughing? That's fucked up. Convulsions are seizures, man. Shut up, Noah. Couldn't help yourself, could you?
Oh man, that was good.
And the album
First-hand
just
experience,
needs
right?
just and Street Spear for me and a little bit of fake plastic trees to be a 10.
You got some low standards. You have lower standards than Ryan does. Ryan don't give anything a 10.
That is so not true.
Ryan don't give fucking wind a 10. Like,
Wind-
I gotta say,
What?
this is one of the more unique songs on the album so far.
Hey, wind is
Is
cool.
it?
Yes.
someone has not heard of Mercy Fool.
No, on this album.
Still, not really.
His vocals are better on this song. You relate to the songs that have been, so I don't care. If you relate to it, you relate to it.
Fair enough.
This album is better than King of Limbs and Hail to the Thief.
It's better than King of Limbs. Because
Probably
King of Limbs,
better
in my
than King
opinion,
of Limbs.
boring. I like some Hail to the Thief though.
This is kind of a cool little guy moaning
Is that
sound.
Orlando?
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry guys.
They
Inside
have
joke.
no idea what that means, man.
We're not gonna get into
No, we're not gonna get into
it.
it at all.
Boy, the Benz is 9, 8.5.
All right.
Y'all,
Body's
y'all
laughing.
teenagers need to calm down.
It was like,
with the
let me
Benz.
tell you something.
You've been telling me that
You
Oh.
youngins don't know shit.
you've been telling me I was gonna grow out of albums as I got older, and it hasn't happened.
Cole booming.
You haven't gotten older yet.
Yeah, but you said that to me when I was like 17.
You're like 19.
Yeah,
like
I'm a big
20
boy
or
now.
something.
You would like a guy moaning sound. Hey, chill, Ice. Yo, chill.
Yes, he would.
Chill.
You have no idea how right you are.
Bro, shut the fuck up. We are not. Alex, shut up. You shut up. Everybody shut up. We're rating this song. Body's laughing. Go, Cole.
Sick.
6. Quick 6. All right. Noah.
7.5.
7.5. I like that. I'll give that a 7 as well. I almost wrote down 8 on accident. Okay. Let's check out. King of Limbs is better than Hail to the Thief. Hail to the Thief is like a 7. There were some actual trash songs on that album. I don't think I've listened to King of Limbs.
You hurt me. You hurt me.
All right.
King of Limbs is so cool.
We have reached that time. It is final rankings time where we go through our top 3 songs on the album and give our final thoughts and rating of the album as a whole. Drop your top 3 songs of this album and your ranking as well in the chat if you'd like to participate, or try to predict our top 3, each of our top 3 songs. Who has their top 3 ready? Who's ready?
I got you.
All right, Noah, lead us off.
At 3, I'm gonna go The Slip.
Ooh.
2, I'm gonna take Tiptoe. And 1, I'm gonna go Don't Get Me Started.
Tiptoe
In total.
at 2. Wow, okay.
This album was pretty good. Some moments on it were lackluster, and I feel like failed to grab the attention of the average listener. And
And Cole.
yeah, Cole
Am I the
files
average
into that.
listener?
Apparently
I
for
don't
Noah.
know.
In this instance,
In this
right now.
instance, yeah.
Yes.
Apparently to Noah. Go ahead.
I think that is a direct insult.
I thought this album was, for the most part, consistently solid. I'd give it a strong 7 to a light 8 out of 10. So probably the light 8.
7.5 then, or 8?
Just go an 8.
All right, we'll go an 8. There you go. An album just needs. Okay, I'll read that in a minute. 10. My favorite on the album. You like the last song the most?
Fair enough.
All right. Okay. All right. Cole, let's get you out the way, since you kind of made your opinions on this album pretty well known throughout it. All right, your top 3.
3 and 2 are the I know I gave the last song a 6, but the
Yeah.
3 and 2 are going to be the other 2 songs that I gave a 6 to.
Well, so you
the
gave a song
titles.
you gave Tiptoe and No Words. Tiptoe, No Words, and Bodies Laughing, all a 6.
Tiptoe and No Words would be 3 and 2, and then obviously the 7.5 would be number 1.
Okay.
I mean, overall, I cannot help but feel like this is a collection of songs that they have done vastly better at certain points during the discography of the band Radiohead, because so much of this sounded like so many, like a bunch of different albums in the Radiohead discography. And I was really just hoping it'd be more creative and more unique than it was. I didn't really catch on with any of the melodies that were going on that much. And a lot of it just sounded kind of bland to me and just kind of bled together. Yeah, I'm not really feeling more than like a 5.5 on this thing.
Oh, brutality! There are going to be some disagreements in the chat about that one. Okay. All right, my top 3 and final. So mine's a little bit harder because I actually gave a couple of them a 7. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Tiptoe as 3, The Slip at 2, and Don't Get Me Started at 1. I think that might be the same as Cole's potentially. I don't remember. But anyway, my final rankings. I didn't love the start of this album. The first couple songs were not really getting me into it, but as it kind of progressed, it peaked by far at Don't Get Me Started. So the middle was pretty good like that. I will say, Cole kind of mentioned it. This is sort of just a worse version of a couple different Radiohead albums. There's a couple different influences, like in Rainbows, there's an OK Computer song mixed in there. I think I even heard an OK Kid A song as well, or type of song Kid A would have. I did. And a slightly different version of the hook on Weird Fishes was on one of the songs. I don't remember the name of it. Not the best album, but not the worst. I actually will say I was thinking this would be a bit better, considering the people making it. I would say that my overall ranking is definitely affected by that. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I didn't think it was that interesting overall. It definitely could have been better, and for that, I will give this a 6.5. I think it could have been a lot better, and there were definitely peaks and valleys in this for sure. All right, let's check out your rankings. Bipster, number 3 eyes, 2 colors, 1 bodies. What an interesting list you have. Good lord. All right. See you, Wallabies. Thanks for coming. Hoagie Impact gave the whole damn track list a ranking. 1, 2, 3, 4 10s on this. 1, 2, 3 above 9s. 1, 2, nothing below an 8 point, nothing below an 8. Wow.
You know what? I disagree. But yep. Power to you for enjoying it that
Good
much.
lord,
Good for
he
you.
enjoyed it. Damn. Okay. Hugo said The Slip at 3, Colors Fly at 2, and Eyes and Mouth at 1. A lot of different opinions from ours. Almost
A lot of eyes and
nobody
mouth
likes
enjoyers.
Yeah, and Don't Get Me Started not on anyone else's top 3. Very interesting. You know what? Hail to the Thief is better, but it's by a hair.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't remember the album very much. All right, Hugo gave it a 7 out of 10. As just their rankings are all over the place for this album. No one seems to have a consistent opinion on it. It's very interesting. But what I can say is I hope you guys did enjoy. Let us know in the comments down below, those watching on YouTube after the live stream, if you guys enjoyed it. Let us know your rankings. Tell us what you think of The Smile if you listened to this more than just this album. And do you think they match up to Radiohead whatsoever? I'm gonna assume the answer is gonna be no, but maybe some people enjoy them more. Fair enough. Some people clearly enjoy them.
It is better than Pablo Honey.
Wow.
Probably.
Oh,
That
that's
was-
not
Probably.
even close.
But anyway,
This honestly,
What?
I'd say this is probably better than the Bends.
Take care, Hugo. Wow.
You can all cry about it.
Wow,
I would rather
better
listen to
than the
this
Bends. Better than the Bends. Make sure you remember who said that. Cole, right
won't
there.
get-
Not a fan of the Bends at
right.
all, really.
Well, we appreciate all those who stayed around to listen to the whole album with us. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let us know in the comments down below if you guys would like us to see what albums you guys would like us to react to. Also, be sure to hit subscribe. We have a subscriber goals coming up with a bunch of different goals. So if we reach them, we will do specific album reactions. And if you guys drop your suggestions, we might add them to a certain subscriber goal that if we hit, we might do. So if you want us to do some random unheard album that none of us have ever seen or heard before, throw it in there and we might put it as a subscriber goal. Who knows? Or maybe your favorite artist has an album that we've never listened to either. Who knows? Well, the possibilities are endless. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. All right. Thank you everyone who came out to the stream. Appreciate it. Bipster and a lot of new people here. Never before new chatters, a lot of new people. Thank you guys all for coming. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We do these type of streams whenever we have a album that we want to review for the most part. Sometimes we do them offline, but for the most part we try to make them live streams. If you guys did enjoy, please hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell so you get notified when we do these type of things. You should get notified right to your phone or on your desktop. I think it also does the same thing. Either way, it'll put it on your front page so you can see it if you're on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter to get tweets to when we go put out videos and such. And take care and have a good night.